Okay, so good afternoon. Kaya pa ba? Kaya pa kasi maliit pa yung na i-record ko, no? Gikat-cut ko lang into segments. So here, we have here graphs showing a number of ways in which roots can occur or be absent in an interval XL and XU. Okay, so as you can see, pwede na yung function nyo magbigay ng zero root. Wala pala siyang root, no? Just like this one, pwede rin na isa lang yung root na ibigay niya. So, kung isa, just like our previous example, so isa lang dyan. Then, possible din na dalawang roots kasi twice siyang nag-cross sa x-axis. And then, possible din na tatlong roots kasi isa, dalawa, pangatlo na nag-touch sa x-axis. So, meron silang generalization from this behavior that generally, if yung f of xl mo, ito yung f of xl, ito yung f of xy, xu, ito rin. Ito yung xl, ito yung, saan ba yun? Ito yung f of x, yung value ng y ba when x is equals to xl. Nakuha? So, yan siya. Lagay ko lang. Okay, so in general, if yung function f of xl and f of xu mo, they have opposite signs. So, opposite signs, like yung isa positive, yung isa negative. Ang generalization nila dyan is, there will be an odd number of roots in the interval. So, add number of roots in the interval. Merong odd numbers of roots in the interval. So, kung titingnan natin, it falls in this one. Ito. And saan pa? Yung positive at saka negative. So, positive, negative. Ito kay lahat positive. Ito naman kay positive dito and then negative. Okay, so ito silang dalawa. So, pag ganyan daw ang case, f of xl and f of xu shows an opposite sign, the number of roots is odd. So, consistent dito sa pinakita sa slide, no? One root lang, so odd number. Then this one naman, tatlong roots. So, it follows that kapag meron silang same sign, yung f of xl and f of xu, if they have same sign, so ibig sabihin, there are either no roots or there are an even number of roots. Okay, so consistent dito, positive, f of xl, f of xu, so walang root. Then dito naman, positive, so dalawa yung root, so even number. Okay? Now, although these generalizations are true, okay, so nandito lang yung sinabi ko kanina. Although these generalizations are true, there are cases where they do not hold. Just like when our functions are tangential to x-axis, so meron kang positive na f of xl and then negative na f of xu, so supposedly, ano siya dapat? Odd number of roots. So, odd number of roots. So, correction lang dito. Hindi ko pala siya na-change. This graph actually is hanggang dyan lang. So, yung yan. So, wala yung part dito. Hindi siya ma-erase. Wala. Ganyan. Okay? So, opposite ang sign ng f of xl and f of xu. So, therefore, dapat there should be an add number of roots. But dito, it's actually ilan? Isa, touching this one, and then dalawa. So, dalawang roots tayo. So, even. So, hindi siya nag-follow sa generalization natin kanina. And also this one. If your functions are discontinuous, so again, there is a correction here. Please ko lang eto siya dapat. Yan. Okay, so nag-touch siya dito, so dalawa lang, but f of xl is negative, and then this f of xu is positive, so dapat add number of roots, diba? So ang lumabas dalawa lang. So because of this, the existence of these cases kung saan hindi siya nag-follow doon sa kanina dyan, it makes it difficult to develop a general computer algorithms that is guaranteed to locate all the roots in an interval. Kasi if the criteria holds true for all cases, madali na yung pag-create ng algorithm to solve these nonlinear equations. Kaso, hindi, no? May exception. So, ang maganda rito, if yung algorithm natin, i-combine natin or in conjunction with graphical approach, the methods described in the following sections, yung mga bisection and open methods, are extremely useful for solving many roots of equations problems. Okay? So, yung numerical na method na pag-aaralan natin, in conjunction with the graphical approaches. So, let's say, for example, meron kang function. So, you want to see the nature of the function, kung ano ba siya, saan siya mag-fall. It follows this general ba kanina, or dito siya mag-follow sa mga ganitong cases, no? So, you can actually visualize. And when you visualize, matutulungan ka na nito na i-narrow down saan ba yung root, or possibly, pwede niyang masabi sa'yo na wala palang root, no? And then, saka mo pa siya gamitan ng numerical method. So, it's very helpful if you combine the two approaches. Okay, so